Hello and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. Today I'm reviewing 3 sets of wax-based pencils, the Black Widow, Scorpion and the Cobra pencils. Now these are all made by the same company and there are no duplicates between them, so it's basically like having a set of 72 pencils which come in collections of 24. This is a really fab idea for those who might not want to shell out for a large set of pencils straight away, so you could buy one set and try them out and then save up for the other tins when you've got a bit more money. So the pencils themselves are very striking with their matte black barrels, giving some lovely black shavings when you sharpen them, which is quite unusual. The names and the numbers of each pencil is printed in either white, gold or red on the barrel, so they're really easy to read. And they're also stamped with a symbol that represents which set they're from. So these all have Cobras. These all have Black Widow spiders. And this set, the Scorpion, have a little scorpion symbol at the bottom. The tins themselves are really nice and sturdy and they've got all of the colours swatched out on the inner lid alongside the pencil names. So you know how I love pencils and pens to have names, and these ones are fantastic. We've got some normal names like Honeycomb and Blue Horizon, and then there's a lot of grim and gothic names like Cyanide Pink, Pig's Ear and Venom. So the pencils are hexagonal shaped and they feel really nice and smooth in the hand, but the only way you can identify the actual colour of the pencil is by the leads themselves, which can be quite difficult when you get to the darker colours like your dark blues, greens and browns, but I'm sure that most of you will want to swatch them on paper or in your swatch books. The leads are 3mm, so they're fairly thick and durable, but I've noticed that they respond better to being sharpened in an electric sharpener than a manual one. The ones that I did sharpen manually did seem to break more, but it could be that I need a new sharpener or a blade replacement, so it might not necessarily be the pencils. So what I'm going to do now is swatch out all the colours from all 3 sets, and you can see just how vibrant and pigmented they are and how smoothly they lay down. I'm starting off with the Black Widow pencils, and I have to say how thoroughly impressed I was with how little pressure these pencils needed to produce such bold colour. They really are very, very soft. I wouldn't go as far to say they're as soft as Prismacolor, but they're certainly softer than Faber-Castell Polychromos. They do feel nice and creamy when you're laying them down, and you can get a good tonal range dependent on pressure, which should be good for blending in theory. The vibrancy is very good, and for a budget pencil these have to be amongst the best performing yet inexpensive pencils I've come across. It's the same across the board with the Scorpion and Cobra sets, and I would say the Black Widows are the brights, the Scorpions have a lot of skin and mid-tones, and the Cobra are quite dark and earthy shades for the most part. Here's a picture that I coloured with a range of pencils from all 3 sets. This book is the Calm Waters Mythology colouring book. Now, as you can see, the colours really do pack a punch in terms of vividity of colour, and they also give super smooth blends, which I was really happy about. Take for instance this sky, which I did with 2 different shades of blue. Now this isn't a small area and you'd expect lots of lines and streaks from a cheap pencil, but it was just so silky and polished. I was really, really impressed. I did notice, however, that you can't do an awful lot of layering with them, 2 or 3 layers maximum. Some colourists prefer taking their time and layering, but some find it quite laborious, so it is personal preference really. Now, as for light fast ratings, there's no information on that yet, so I wouldn't recommend these pencils for artists or professionals because there's just no way of telling how long these colours will take to fade. They're not available open stock, but at the price point this isn't too much of an issue, and on that note I'll reveal the prices. So each set is currently on Amazon for around £13, making each pencil just over 50p each, only a little more expensive than Staedtler Ergosoft. I would however recommend these pencils over the Ergosoft, as the Ergosoft are much harder than these and they do seem less vibrant and more scratchy to lay down. In the US, each set is selling at just over $16 each. So I'll be leaving the Amazon links in the description as usual so that you can find these lovely pencils, and if you're on Prime they could be in your hands tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. If so, please leave me a thumbs up so more people will find this review. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so that you'll be notified of all my newest reviews and tutorials. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.